boogity, boogity, get up on your feet.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the DW Show. So with Kentucky in the rearview mirror, we'll fast forward a little bit to New Hampshire this weekend. And when I think about New Hampshire, I think about, I think very similar to Phoenix. And if you recall back to Phoenix, that's where Jeff Gordon broke his winless streak this year. He and Kyle Busch had a tremendous battle at the end of the race at Phoenix, and Jeff came out on top. But there was a guy that I think would have spoiled that day for Jeff Gordon if Kyle Busch hadn't gotten into him and wrecked his car early in the race, and that's Carl Edwards. So I look for some of the same guys to run up front and have good days at New Hampshire that ran pretty good at Phoenix. They're similar 1 mile flat racetracks. And I tell you another guy I think will run pretty good. I'm off the he's going to win bandwagon. I think Dale Jr. will run pretty good. He had a great race up there last year, got a good setup for there. So I look for him to have a very good competitive day, but you know, like I do, he needs one. The last 4 weeks, man, he has taken a nosedive. He was third. He was close to taking the lead in the championship standings, and right now, he's fighting for his life to stay in the top 10. So he needs a quick turnaround here to get himself back in the, where he's pretty comfortable that he's going to make the chase, because I don't think he can take another bad weekend. He's got to get that consistency he had early in the year back, or we're going to be talking about a guy that is not going to make the chase, and that's going to disappoint all of us. So New Hampshire is a great track to go to. I haven't been there since 2000, believe it or not. It was one of the races that's not on the Fox schedule, and so I haven't been back up there. I love that part of the country. I love the weather, the people. Their fans up there are the best, some of the best in the whole NASCAR community. They've sold that place out ever since it's been there. The track's a little hard to race on. It's tight, hard to pass, but the guys seem to have figured it out pretty well. They get around there all right. There'll be some wild, once we have cautions there, it's probably the place that I first thought of the term cautions breed cautions, because once they get bunched up there on those restarts, you're going to see some bent up sheet metal. So a lot to look forward to. It'll be a great weekend of racing. It's not going to be 100 degrees like it is here in Nashville today. It should be in the 80s. It should be a very pleasant weekend. I think I'm going to go up there and get me some lobster. Get me a nice lobster for dinner. A couple things to keep an eye on at New Hampshire. Remember, this is one of Clint Bowyer's best racetracks. This is where he won last year, and after the race, remember, his car was deemed to be too high, and they docked him 150 points. If it hadn't been for that, Clint would have probably finished, I think, third in the chase standings last year. So it's a good track for him. He's got 2 wins there. He's led over 400 laps at that racetrack alone. So look for some good things out of Clint Bowyer. Greg Biffle has a new crew chief. Saw that coming. He and Greg Irwin, they've been at each other for probably a year now. And I think if you remember back to Charlotte when the cool box blew up, I'm surprised Greg made it past Charlotte, to tell you the truth. But Biffle's got a new crew chief, and he needs one. Biffle's got a new crew chief, and he needs one. He's 14th in the points. He's sitting here looking at a possibility of missing the chase since the first time since 2007. So he's another guy. There's a bunch of guys. Tony Stewart needs a win. Biffle needs a win. And Jeff Burton just needs a top 10, for heaven's sake. Jeff Burton has no top 10s this year, and that's unbelievable. So it wouldn't surprise me to see something happen with that team in the very near future as well. So we're at that time of the year. The pressure is mounting. If you don't have a win, you're not going to make the chase. If you're not running well, you're not going to make the chase. And it's all starting to bottleneck. It's all coming down to who's going to make the chase and who haven't. Brett Keselowski sitting back there 1 point out of the top 20. And if he gets in the top 20, he's got a good shot at making the chase. I believe when the chase field is set, everybody in the field will have a win. It's certainly looking that way to me, and that's that if you win, you're in philosophy, mentality, and it's paying off. And by the way, I want a quick attaboy to my buddy David Rudiman on Saturday night in Kentucky. What an awesome run. The car Michael had was the latest and greatest thing that MWR had. And also Rudiman had a car just like Michael's, and they both were bad fast. And I tell you, it's always this way. One more lap, and we'd be talking about David Ruderman winning that race. He's really good on the 1.5 miles. He had a great race car Saturday night. I was proud of him. Michael and them needed some good news from this past weekend, and Ruderman provided it for them. So I look for him to run pretty good too. He's one of those guys, he gets a little momentum, gets his confidence up a little bit. He can surprise you too. And he needs a win just like a lot of other guys do. So it's starting to, you can just feel it. The intensity is building, and the anxiety and the anticipation, and guys are getting the pressure, and it's all starting to build, and it's all starting to get to them, and owners are, the sponsors are coming down, and we're not coming back, and we're not running good, and David Reagan finally won a race, and maybe that'll save UPS and Roush, and what's the Childress going to do for Boyer doesn't have a sponsor, and what about Joey Logano? And there's a lot going on, folks. I'll try to keep you up to speed. See you next week.